Test, test, 1, 2, 1, 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2 1 2. All right, good afternoon, everyone, on this wonderful 4th of July. Now, just remember, 249 years ago, 249 years ago, the founders of this country signed the Declaration of Independence, sparking the American Revolution, which has put us on the path that we are on today. But more importantly than that, 29 years ago, Captain Stephen Hiller and the President of the United States beat up a bunch of aliens on our Independence Day. Just remember that. That's probably more important at this point. Now we're at Indian Hill High School in Cincinnati, Ohio, where we have a noise ordinance that says you cannot hit baseballs before 10 a.m. somehow. But still, we're here doing it anyway. And we're here for a titanic struggle between the Rawlings Tigers and the Midland Wahoos. The Wahoos are from northern Kentucky, just over the river and through the woods from here. You just have to survive the deer to get back to northern Kentucky. Sometimes that's worth it, sometimes it's not. And the Rawlings Tigers, who drove all the way up here from that boning metropolis of Lexington. Speaking of Lexington, remember that's where the American Revolution started. It was the Battle of Lexington. Whole lot of 4th of July references going on today. Now, the Tigers took 2 on the chin yesterday. Tied actually the first game 5-5, but they should have won that one. And in the second game, they actually lost to the Kentucky Storm 8-2 and to the umpires 5-2. As the umpire let 5 in by phantom balks. All right, so here we go. We will start for the Tigers on their lineup. 11 players in uniform. All 11 players will be hitting today's game against the Wahoos. And we will start with the leadoff hitter, number 31, Matthew Barnett in center field. Second hitter in the lineup for the Tigers will be the left fielder, Braylon Goldie, wearing number 1. The third hitter will be Emerson O'Brien, number 7. The shortstop. The fourth hitter will be the catcher, Ryan Payton, number 14. The fifth hitter will be Noah Barrett, number 17. He'll be at third base. The sixth hitter will be the pitcher, Cooper Carter, wearing number 0. The seventh hitter will be Aiden Tabor, number 12. He's the extra hitter. The eighth batter will be Jeremiah Combs, number 27. He'll be at first base. The ninth batter will be Caden Bottiger, second baseman, wearing number 2. The 10th batter will be Holtz Beauchamp, and he will be wearing number 10. He's an extra hitter batting 10th. And the 11th, Beecham? Okay. And the 11th batter will be Darian Walling, number 24. He's in right field. So it's going to be Matthew in center, Braylon in left, Emerson at short, Peyton at catcher, Ryan at catcher, Noah at third, Cooper at pitcher, Aiden at the extra hitter spot, Jeremiah at first, Caden at second, Holtz as an extra hitter, and Darian as the right fielder. This season, the Tigers are 4-10-1 with that tie yesterday and that loss to the Storm and to the umpire, which, thank goodness, that only counts as 1 loss instead of 2. And for those of you who watched the video of that yesterday, your friendly announcer almost got the old heave-ho for questioning some of the balk calls. Which he probably should have gotten the old heave-ho, but I don't know, it'd been much cooler to call this game at home in the air conditioning and watch it on YouTube. It's a balmy 91 degrees here, and it's artificial turf at Indian Hill High School in Cincinnati, Ohio. And just remember, Cincinnati is home of WKRP, wonderful radio station where you get more music and less Nessman.
Here's how close we are to the river. Start to
Hope you're enjoying the 4th of July. And for everyone's entertainment, I will not be doing fireworks this year for the simple reason that I'm now getting too old. I might shoot a digit or two off my hand. No, we're not getting any on the way home for the simple reason I'll shoot off my hand. That's not covered by workers' comp.
so big it shook my phone when I was videoing.
Well, come on over. He's got every kind. I don't drink it, but you know, Buffalo Trace every 90 days you get a bottle of whatever they have out. So I'm the extra license.
Oh, that's cool. And people put in, or they just.
All right. Well, we're having a discussion about Bourbon over here in Parent Tent City. And Bourbon needed to be flowing yesterday after watching that spectacular performance by the field umpire who made Angel Hernandez look great.
Really? Okay, you get one more and then you're done.
And half of it broke off.
It's my broadcast. I'll slam that guy if I want to.
Maybe he was having a bad day.
Do what?
Maybe he was having a bad day.
He got paid well to have a bad day. I wish I got paid that well to have a bad day.
Kept growing more and more.
I love you.
And so finally
Let's see what's in my bucket here to drink. Ooh, an RC. So this game will be brought to you by RC Cola. They said no coolers, but they didn't say anything about shoving drinks down buckets. I also shoved a drink down my pants, too, so I'm going to be cool like a cucumber today. All right, so wonderful way to celebrate the 4th of July by having a baseball game.
So I told her, I said, let's move to Frankfurt close to Buffalo Trace and try to
And also, too, if you are following along Game Changer, I'll be doing the Game Changer, so when I screw that up, you can blame me.
house now for
When I'm doing the scoreboard for the broadcast, I'm doing that, too. You can blame me.
Sarah and my wife to go there in the morning to see what.
Well, I don't
No,
even.
but you got a driver's license, though, don't you?
Right, that's all it takes.
And apparently somebody doesn't drink some sort of stuff.
Yes. Like half price.
All right, and it looks like the starting lineup for the Wahoos will be, let me go back to the opponent here. Lubert, number 9, leading off. He'll be at center field. Pott, number 2, second baseman. He'll be hitting second. Klein is the shortstop, knowing number 20, hitting third. Hitting fourth, Flowers, number 32, at third base. Hitting fifth, number 33, Ellis at first base. Fishman, number 15, will hit sixth, and he is the extra hitter. The seventh batter will be Hartig, right field, wearing number 34. The eighth batter will be Schuler, number 13. He'll be catching. The ninth batter, Hatton, number 23. And he's in left field. And the pitcher, number 3, Ernie. And it looks like we're going to have a national anthem. And here we go. The teams are lining up for the national anthem. All right, the Wahoos will be wearing white uniforms with black numerals and gold trim. The Tigers will be wearing their black uniforms with the white tee and tiger trimmed in white with the white numerals. And the hat will be black and white. And it looks like we are about ready here to start. Umpires are going to have a conference with the head coaches here. Everybody ready for some baseball, or we're ready to kick some aliens, who knows what. Now, we're also going to forget that Independence Day 2 was ever made. No, I do not have any bug spray in this bucket. Indian Hills Field here is going to be a turf infield, and it looks like the turf is pretty worn. And it has a grass outfield with a bunch of dandelions growing out in the right field side. All right, let me fix the thing here. Trying to keep the sunlight here from completely getting out of hand. I tell you what, we will, when this cloud starts hopping up again, we will fix it a little bit later. I think it's fine for right now. I've got a zip tie if I need it. All righty. Looks like the conference is still going on the mound. Hope we're coming in loud and clear out there in wherever the wonderful place on the planet that you happen to be. And we're still waiting on the start of this game. And it looks like we are swinging here for the Tigers. The Tigers are coming up to bat, so it'll be Matthew, Braylon, and Emerson. Wahoos having a team building exercise here at home plate.
I turned Siri off on my watch because every time I like stretch out or something like that and be talking, it would say, I can't understand what you're saying. Yes. Well, it's none of your business.
And the Wahoos are running in formation out into the field.
Nice.
And the warm-up's about to begin. Wahoos won the opening game in this tournament, so they are 1-0. They play 2 today. The Tigers are actually done with pool play. Finished pool play 0-2-1. But a couple of teams had to play an extra pool play game since there's only 5 teams in this tournament.
Isn't that insane for what? Tequila. $3,200.
I'm excited to be back with you again after a couple of weeks on the field helping out at first base. I'm not convinced the kids got any better with my tutelage, but I like to think they did.
Welcome back, Dave.
Starting time is
Starting time is 2 p.m. 2 p.m. And hopefully WKRP is picking up this game for us. You know, WKRP, more music and less Nessman. You know, one time I took Matthew to opening day for the Reds, and I told his guidance counselor and his school principal that he had a doctor's appointment with Dr. Johnny Fever and got a sick day for him. And they didn't get the reference.
Guidance counselor did.
Now the guidance counselor finally did.
Come on, Matt.
And here's Matthew Barnett wearing number 31, ready to lead off here for the Tigers.
Come on, Maddie.
Braylon Goldie on deck for the Tigers. Looks like it's 296 down the line and 300 down the left field line. And we are about ready to get underway. Here's the pitch from Omery, and Matthew's going to rip that one down to the left field side, and that's going to be a base hit. Matthew, who leads the team in batting average, got a hit on the first pitch.
Come on, Braylon. Move him around.
And we're in business here.
I'll run to our car and I'll see.
And here's Braylon. Matthew on first with a healthy lead. Pitcher looks over, and Braylon's going to get a hit here. And second baseman's going to grab it, and the first baseman cannot hang on to the throw as it's thrown over. That was a hard hit ball, and the Tigers have two aboard. Oh, that young man at second base did a great job to keep that ball in the infield. So that's going to be a single for Braylon. And here's Emerson with two aboard and no outs.
Come on in.
And here's the pitch, and Emerson's going to foul off the first pitch. The Tigers have actually played this game played the last couple games pretty well. Here's the pitch, and Emerson's going to look at it as it hits the plate. Ball one. One ball, one strike.
Yeah.
I got to stand up now. All right. Matthew at second. Braylon at first. Emerson awaiting the third pitch from Ernie. And here's the pitch, and that's going to be low and inside for ball two. Yeah, the Tigers have been hitting the ball very, very well as of late. They actually did hit the ball really well against the Storm. The umpire didn't help with 5 balks, though. And that's going to be an outside pitch, ball 3-1. And here comes the next pitch to Emerson. That's going to hit him on the hand, it looked like. So the Tigers have a little den aboard the base paths with Ryan Payton coming up to bat. No outs. Tigers desperately need to get something going here. And the first pitch to Payton is going to be grounded to the third baseman, who is going to throw home, and it is going to be wide and high, and Matthew is going to score. So it's going to be 1-0 Tigers, as that throw brought the catcher completely off home plate.
Come on, Noah.
That was going to be a hard play to make anyway, as hard as that ball was hit.
Noah.
And here's Noah Barrett. Noah's going to hit it to the shortstop, who's going to turn a double play. Maybe. No throw from the second baseman, so that's going to score Braylon. And it's now 2-0 Tigers.
Going.
And here's Cooper Cottle.
2 outs.
There is now 1 out.
Hey, Doug, can you see into the dugout?
I cannot see into the dugout. There is a big brick wall right there, and my Spider-Man and Superman powers do not extend to seeing through brick walls. Because if they did, I would probably use them for illicit purposes.
Stop it. I want to know if Matthew needs a fan.
I don't know if Matthew's at the fan or not. I assume he is. He's almost 16. Surely to goodness he can figure it out. And here's the first pitch to Cottle, and he is going to take it for a ball. I can't see through brick walls. If I could, oh boy, my life would be great. And here's the next pitch, and Noah Barrett's going to take off, go to second base, and he's going to be in standing up. So that's going to be a stolen base for Noah. Next pitch to Cooper, and Cooper is going to foul that one away. Now, Coach there on getting that foul ball, he's got to get off his feet a little bit quicker and move.
Get his glove down.
Wasn't able to do that. He got to get that glove down. And here's the next pitch to Cooper, and Cooper is going to pop that one up behind the home plate area. The catcher is going to grab that, and that's going to be 2 away.
Come on, Aiden.
Good play right there by the catcher, Schuler, number 13 for the Wahoos.
Come on, Aiden.
And here is Aiden Tabor. Aiden's been really swinging the bat well in this tournament. And he's got a chance to pick up a couple of RBIs here. With a 2-0 lead for the Tigers, Jeremiah Combs on deck. Here we go. That's going to be an inside ball. 2-0.
So you're now going, no, it hurts.
Thank you for joining us on YouTube. We're hoping to keep you entertained. And Aiden's going to hit that ball into the gap between left and center, and that will score 2. As Aiden gets 2 RBIs on that base hit. And that was a spectacular hit right there by Aiden Tabor, and the Tigers are up 4-0.
All right, JC, let's go.
Let's go 2-7. Tackling the first base, coach.
And see, that's what it was. I think I was the problem since I've been coaching first base the last few games. It had to be me. I'm the issue. So I got demoted, and we do great.
Hey, Jeremiah.
Next, my cat is going to trade me.
You guys say hi to Marshall for me.
And here's Jeremiah. Up 4-0. Aiden takes off, and the throw is going to be down to second base. It bounces in and up out of the glove of the second baseman, who is unable to put the tag on Aiden on time. The throw actually beat Aiden there, but it was just low, and second baseman couldn't handle it.
One out at second and one out at
But Aiden's on second, and Jeremiah looks at a strike.
All right, Jeremiah, you got it, buddy.
You got this, bud.
4-0 Tigers. They've really struck first blood here. And here's the pitch, and that's going to be inside. I believe it's 2-1. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a strike on the outside corner, and that is actually strike 3. So,
All right, get ready, boys.
Don't worry about it.
It doesn't cover it.
even though Jeremiah struck out there, we had a great inning there by the Tigers. 4 runs. on. See how many hits we got. 4 hits. 4 runs on 4 hits. 1 left on. Spectacular inning. And the Wahoos will be coming up to bat. And once again, everybody, thank you for joining us on this 4th of July. Hope that you're nice, wonderful, cool, relaxed, possibly intoxicated. How am I supposed to know?
Friends doing a horse show, so we were there this morning, and then I had to go into work for a little bit, and I was racing here because I got trapped by the parade downtown. Oh, I was like 10, and I was like, what am I hearing? What? So
in Lexington?
So I had to get one of the officers. I was like,
All right, let's go over the order here. It's going to be Ryan behind the plate, Jeremiah at first, Caden at second, Emerson at short, Noah at third, Cooper pitching. Left field is Braylon, Matthew in center, and right field is Darian. Aiden and Holtz will be the extra batters. And we may get to see him on defense today.
4 runs? Oh, 4 runs. Oh, you said hit. 4 runs. Anybody get a home run?
This is a short field.
And we got 4 runs here. 4 runs, 0 runs for the Wahoos, but they haven't batted yet. And here's Lubert, number 9 for the Wahoos from Northern Kentucky. And I think I still think the reason for the Tigers' struggles on the win column is because I was at first base. I still believe that. It's all my fault. And I was just told by my cat that he just traded me. And that's going to be a ball for the first pitch from Cooper. Yeah, my cat just traded me for a couple of fantasy quarterbacks. And that ball is going to be hit high in the air, and Emerson O'Brien's under it at short. And, boy, that ball took a long trip in the air, but he got it. So that's going to be the first out of the inning. And Emerson did really well on catching that one. And
I know, right?
here is Pott, number 2. He's playing second base. He made a spectacular play in the last inning at second base. And he's going to hit that ball to Noah Barrett, who is unable to pick it up and throw it. But it keeps it getting any more damage, so Wahoos have a runner aboard.
I know. Yeah, they sliding again.
That turf looks like it's been through it.
Come on, Coop.
And since I'm doing the scoring here, I'm going to give that kid a single instead of any other type of scoring play there, given the condition of the field. And if anyone disagrees, then you can do change changer. Here's the next pitch to Cooper, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. This is number 20, Klein, for the Wahoos. And that ball's going to get away from Jeremiah. It may have hit the runner on the throw.
Way to hustle, Jeremiah.
Jeremiah picks it up, throws it over to second, but the runner will be there.
All right, shake it off. Get that right. Get the next one.
Wahoos have a runner in scoring position now in this bottom of this post inning.
You do? I'm like, so it's this awesome like sunscreen.
Looks like there is a forest behind
Yes, please.
the outfield fence.
They're fighting. Let's take a picture of this bottle and get some.
Cooper's pitch to number 20. It's going to be hit high in the air into the outfield. Darian Walling is under it in right field, and he's got it. but that will advance to runner to third base. But that was a great play right there by Darian. Two-way. And Pott will tag up and get over to third base. And here's number 32, Flowers, the fourth hitter for the Wahoos here in the first inning. Cooper's first pitch to him is going to be a strike at the knees. Down the heart of the dish right there. And the second pitch from Cooper is going to be hit into the gap in right center, and that's going to score at least one run. And Matthew picks up the ball in left center and throws it to second base. And they hold the Wahoos to a double. That was just a hard hit ball right there. That was hit where no one was going to get it. And here's the fifth batter, Ellis, number 33 for the Wahoos. Runner at second's got a pretty healthy lead. Cooper looks at him again, pitches the ball, and that's going to be a ball on the outside. Here's the next pitch, and it's going to be a swing and a miss. Good sinking pitch right there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cooper steps off the mound, looks around. Ryan goes to the hill. Coach Goldie goes to the hill, and we're going to have a 4th of July discussion about how many fireworks they're going to shoot off in my honor for getting off of first base. And it looks like that discussion is over, and apparently they're not going to shoot anything off. They're just excited that Doug's off first base.
Yeah, we missed you in the broadcast.
Umpire says play, and we are ready to play. Cooper's next pitch is going to be hit in the air to center field. Matthew is under it, and that will be the inning. Wahoos get one back, so it's 4-1 after the first inning. You're watching the Rawlings Tigers YouTube network, brought to you by Me. All right, so it will be Caden leading off for the Tigers coming up in the second inning. If I remember my lineup correctly, it's Caden, Holtz, and Darian. Caden, Holtz, and Darian.
Nice, that's smart. I think I've seen that on the back of a catcher's helmet.
Probably so, yeah. That's good.
Yep, Caden Holtz, Darian.
Yep. See, I can remember a couple of things. See, I can remember the lineup. I can remember both days sometimes.
One band in here. I've got a big one. Okay. You just hang on. I don't need you. What happened?
Yep. Those guys wear it. As hard as it is, that Matt's wearing sliding shorts.
All right, the Wahoos are done warming up, and we're about ready to start inning number 2.
What did they get, 1?
They got one. It's 4-1.
So I usually have him in my purse, but I sprayed Bryn this morning. So there's a Do you want me to? Yeah, it's great, isn't it? I mean, no bugs. You always.
Oh my gosh.
It's so good. It's cooling. It's a spray and it keeps bugs off.
I'm getting eaten.
Oh, it worked amazing. And we were sitting in the grass that time. Oh, thank you.
And we have a question asking, how are we winning? And I'm going to say it is because it's the 4th of July and the Patriots are out, baby. That's why we're winning. The Patriots are out.
Hi to Marshall. Hi to Marshall.
Hi to Marshall.
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Marshall. And that's going to be the
It's my goldfish buddy.
first pitch there.
Come on, Kaden.
That pitch is going to be well inside as Caden ducks.
$100 if you hit it over the fence. I'll double it.
And the parents are offering Holtz $200 if he hits a home run over the fence. We'll see if he can do it. And that ball is going to be grounded to third base. Caden is going to run, and he is going to be out by an eyelash. That was an excellent play right there by the third baseman to grab that ball. But Caden hustled down there and made it a very close play.
And then other arm.
Come on, Holt. Keep it
And then
going.
you want to do your legs?
Get it started.
And here's Holtz.
You're welcome. You want to put some on your hands to do like around your neck? You don't.
Holtz has advanced a few runners here this season at the plate. And he takes the first pitch for a ball. Holtz is looking for his first hit of the season. Let's see if he can get one. He's getting $200 if he puts it over the fence. And we're all rooting for him. Watches that one go by as a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the next pitch to Holtz, and he's going to take that one outside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Take a breath, dude, and nail it.
Drive it.
Holtz getting encouragement here from Parent Tent City. And here's the pitch, and Holtz swings.
Keep your head on it.
Misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Got to swing at this one if it is anywhere close. Don't want to be swinging. Don't want to strike out looking here. Here's the pitch, and Holtz is going to foul that one away.
All right, come on. You got this.
As that looks like that's going to fall down by the restrooms that are behind us here at Indian Hill High School. Holtz settles back in on a 2-2 count. Here's the delivery, and that's going to be high for ball 3, and he has worked this to a full count after 6 pitches.
Swing if it's close. Full count.
Here's the next pitch, and it's going to be high for ball 4, and Holtz is going to walk.
All right,
Hustle down
Darren.
here, hustle.
Did you dry it off? Have your dad kiss it and make it better. There you go. There you go.
And Darian is going to smoke that ball into the outfield, and then it's going to be caught by the right fielder, and Holtz is going to run back to post.
That was a nice hit. It was just to somebody. Hey, Matt. Matt. Do you need a fan in the dugout?
We got 2 away here for Matthew. Matthew got on in the first inning.
They didn't have yours on when I dropped stuff off earlier.
They didn't have ours on?
They may have been saving it.
Oh, maybe.
But we have our smaller one in there.
And Matthew is going to swing and miss.
Keep your head on it, Dig. Is that his record? What'd he do?
17 and a half today. His 17th title.
I have a hard time eating.
And here's the next pitch to Matthew, and it's going to be a ball.
Hey, Mary. I don't see him being married. Looks like a selling client.
I don't know. I can.
What do you do for fun? I starved myself.
He's probably pretty wealthy.
Here's the next pitch to Matthew.
Can we take a
And it's going to be high for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
We got Lynn for a minute.
And apparently we're talking about the world famous Nathan's hot dog eating contest now.
70 and a half.
70 and a half. Strike 2 to Matthew.
All right, dude, you got to protect.
I tell you what, one day I ate 70 and a half hot dogs.
Did not.
It took me 2 weeks, but I did it. And here comes the next pitch to Matthew. And Matthew's going to growl that one back to the pitcher. Pitcher's going to pick it up, throw it over, and he's out. And that will end the inning. Tigers strand to 1. 4-1. 4-1. Good guys.
I could probably eat 200 mussels.
Well, that's because they're like that big. So there were mussels on the buffet every time Isaac would come back.
Neighbor made up a big seafood bowl. Brought me a bag over there.
We did that one.
All right, so Cooper's back for his second inning of work here.
We had an Asian night one night. Big clams and the little clams.
Back to the hot dog eating contest for a second. I think I might enter that next year. I might get a free hot dog out of it. You never know. Actually, I could see my cat Yoda entering it and eating about 5 or 6 hot dogs and stealing from the other competitors.
Couldn't stay at our resort because Mom's. It was like I caught him on our printer stair. He was licking our cast iron. You can.
No, Sexy Puppy could enter it too.
Texted it to Evan Holton Grace. How disgusting.
All right, here's the bottom of the second inning coming up. This is number 15, Fishman for the Wahoos. 4-1 is the score. Tigers leading.
My wife's got off Costa Rica or like
That Tiger Costa Rica.
it'd be cheaper for me to go to home Alaska, probably.
Yeah, because Mom wouldn't go with you.
Cooper's post pitch to Fishman is going to be hit into the gap in left center. Braylon Goldie picks it up, throws it in, and that's going to be a single. Line drive single. That was an excellent hit right there by that young man, Fishman. This Wahoos team's swinging the bat pretty well in this game. And the next pitch to 34 is going to be a swung on and missed for strike 1. 34 is Hartig for the Wahoos.
I don't like being confined. I like going to Alaska and take a chance of getting eaten by a grizzly or something by a moose.
No, then you would be confined.
And here's the second pitch, and that ball is going to be a ball inside, and throw down from Ryan Payton to Emerson O'Brien, gets the runner. Oh, there's a foul tip apparently. 1-1, but the runner is out.
We did. We took a National Geographic cruise.
That's going to be strike 2.
We went from, let's see, Sitka to Juneau, and because we were on a, let me show you a picture. You will, because I did.
Oh, it's beautiful. I know it is.
Our cruise
Here's the next pitch from Cooper, and it's going to be bounced into the infield. Cooper grabs it with one hand, throws it over, unable to make the throw over to first base. That was going to be a tough play no matter what, and Cooper did a great job of toning and throwing. Kind of offline, but hey, we'll take the effort there.
our ship is that little one with the arrow pointed to it, our boat.
Oh, so you had like a, that'd be the way to do it. I don't like the big.
And here's Schuler, number 13 for the Wahoos. Cooper steps off, throws it over the post. Runner gets back.
They are a little judgy of me, so I was nervous anyway. Our kids were really young. Our son Holtz was very squirrely. He was like 3.
Cooper's next pitch, high for a ball.
And it was so small. He and Holtz were in a room, Grace and I were in a room. Like we couldn't all be in the same room.
One ball's
Wake up the ship. There's no pool. There's no hot tub. I'm like, what am I gonna do with this crazy little bit?
Cooper looks at the runner at post, throws down, and that's going to be another ball. 2 balls, 0 strikes. That missed the outside corner.
The national parks. We were not on the boat other than to eat breakfast, dinner, and sleep. Yeah.
The Tigers will be in action again tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., and we'll have that game too. That'll be back at the Florence Yaw Stadium. And Ryan Payton throws that down as the runner steals, and the runner will beat the throw.
And I looked down and I like cried. I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do on this little boat with my in-laws that are not super nice?
Call was a
A lifetime.
It really was. It did work out. That is the day I knew that there was a God.
and that's going to be a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You ever heard of the Salty Dog bar? Have you ever seen the original Salty Dog in Homer, right?
Salty dog or soggy dog?
Salty.
Yes,
Salty Dog.
And here comes the next pitch from Cooper, and that's going to be outside. Actually, there was 3 balls on him, so that's going to be a walk.
What it is, it's on what they call spit, and it's over millions of years where the tide has just built up a little shelf that changes.
Here's number 23, Hatton, with 2 on. 2 on, 1 out.
And they got a bunch of fish places, cleaning and bars and then charter rentals, but the TC's place.
Cooper's first pitch to Hatton's going to be a strike.
How many outs we got?
One, I think.
Tigers could sure use a double play here and get out of this inning. Cooper throws over to second base, runner's back. Nothing going on that one.
I think my wife was categorizing all this stuff.
You gotta go by dates. What do you
Oh, you can actually use the search. I use that all the time. If you have a picture of the,
do the search and
you
type
just
in
do
salt.
salt. Yep. It might pull it up. I search all the time. That's how I found the
And
correct
Cooper's going to throw again. Back to second base. Nobody's going.
Or you can even do Alaska. Yeah, I use the search all the time.
That's inside the Salty Dog.
Here comes the next pitch, and that's going to be a strike, and that ball is going to be thrown down to third base by Ryan Payton to Noah Barrett, and they get the lead runner on the double steal
I
attempt.
like the guy in the camo. He blends right into the dollar bills. That's awesome.
That's what a lot of guys from the dairies catch.
So another caught stealing there. That's the second one of the game.
I mean, the bathrooms, the pool room.
And we got 2 outs, and that changes the complexion of this inning. And that's going to be a foul ball.
How much money you think is tagged up there wasted?
There I am. There's my
Oh, that's so cool. He said $60,000.
at least. That was
4-1 still the score here in the bottom of the second.
They wouldn't get that back.
No. Face the dollar.
And that's going to be high for a ball. A little bit above the numbers there.
Got it, Cooper. Go
I
Tigers!
want to show your husband something here.
Evan.
Evan, I'm Joe, Evan,
And I'm Jen.
and Jim. That's the guy who lives up there.
And here's the next pitch by Cooper, and that's going to be fouled off.
Oh, my God.
And it looks like that's going to go over the first base bullpen, maybe onto the softball field here at Indian Hills High School in Ohio.
Does he stuff it and have it in his
I
house?
don't know what the rush is,
Runner on second. He's been standing out there for a while.
but he's been guiding up there, and he's retired now. He's a butcher now. But this Russian guy
And Cooper checks the runner. Here's the pitch, and that's going to hit him.
charged the Russian guy, and Rob dropped him right there on that spot.
That looked like a changeup that didn't change or go up.
That's where it laid at. That's a 12-foot barrel.
Oh, wow.
So we got 2 outs. The 10th hitter, the starting pitcher, Oni, for the Wahoos.
They kept saying, go, Ben, because they say you don't want to catch them
Tell
by
me
surprise.
I can't melt.
Smoked salmon belly.
Yeah, the salmon up there is so delicious.
And here we go, and that's going to be fouled off.
I can't eat shrimp anymore. Atlantic shrimp. I have to eat cold water shrimp, isn't it?
Yeah, we were in RV and we traveled to all the national parks. And we were in Washington National Park,
Absolutely.
Olympus National Park, and there was a roadside stand selling
The 0-1 pitch here from Cooper. It's going to be outside for a ball.
We went back and we asked, can we buy this and ship it home? And it was going to be so expensive, so we didn't. We weren't able to do it, but
Well, it was at the end of the salmon season too, so they
And the runner advances from first to third.
sell whatever they have.
I mean, from second to third.
Come on, Coop.
Here's a pretty cool picture. Pretty cool video. This is after the tide comes up. We was able to get our boat back there. There's a hatchery right there.
oh wow.
And you know, salmon always go back to where they
With runners on the corners, Cooper's 1-1 delivery here.
less desirable salmon, but you got your reds in there.
He steps off, those back over the post.
You got a runner on third.
I would eat either or.
Well, the pink one, I mean, they're just, look at them, they're jumping over on there.
We had the opportunity at one of the national parks where they had a
Two-way.
little trail to the river. And
Runner goes down. No throw down.
you could see them jumping up the waterfall. It was like you see it on TV. You know? I wonder why.
That's the inside of the guide's cabin right there. It was like,
And here's Cooper's next pitch. And that's going to be straight down the heart of the plate. We have a 2-2 count.
you remember that place I just showed you where they all jumping at?
Cooper's pitch fouled away.
Perfect. Okay, I'm going to pour it into the frozen one. I understand. Thank you.
That's what we did that day.
Wahoo's looking to score here. They're down 4-1. Cooper's looking for a third strike to get out of the inning. And here comes the pitch, and it's going to be high, and it's going to get away from Ryan, and Ryan's going to throw the ball at home, and they're going to get him. Waddle tried to run from third to home, and Ryan Payton threw a perfect underhanded throw to Cooper Cottle, who was covering home plate, and that is the inning. No runs come across. 4-1 as we're heading into the third.
Here was the waterfall. What there? See the salmon?
Oh, jeez.
No, I was on S though because I was watching for this is another one. I haven't looked at these.
All righty, so we're going to the top of the third, 4-1.
Yeah.
I know, isn't that crazy? It's something about that.
And I was scared.
And it looks like it's going to be Braylon start leading off here.
Yellow eye. I caught that fish 400 feet.
What?
And what happens is when you bring them up out of the depth, their eyes
don't even
pop
know if the
out,
company
their
knows
lungs
it.
pop out.
Braylon, Emerson, and Ryan up for the Tigers. And apparently my choices of sunblock products are now being criticized here.
Here's another cool picture. See that bear
It's
right
great.
there?
We usually ship
That's
them
in
home,
home of,
because you know there they have
Anchorage Airport.
mosquitoes big as your head,
Right.
and
There,
it's great. But
it's
after I started realizing,
Hope everyone listening is having an excellent 4th of July right now.
Guy killed it with,
it smells better. But Ben's overall
on
like
this
you walk in
particular
the night.
bear,
It's a hot day up in southern Ohio, north of Cincinnati.
grabbed his sausages with his teeth and killed it.
It's got to be about 91, 92, 93 degrees out here.
With a little pocket knife, little blade about like that.
The tent makes it nice, though.
Oh, yeah.
You got that? Your dinner.
And they do have drinks for sale here, but what we may end up having to do if we want concession food is we may have to go out into the wooded area and hunt for squirrels and deer. But before we do that, here's Braylon Goldie up for his second at bat of the game here in the third inning, and that's going to be a ball.
Just because I
You
like
have active
hiking.
kids.
I like hiking.
We don't hike too much anymore. We're both a little lame.
For one thing, healthy, natural eating.
Second pitch to Braylon's going to be in, can hit the outside corner for a strike.
Come on,
Nice
Wyatt.
break, didn't it?
1-1.
Got it, Braylon.
And that ball is going to get into the gap for a single.
Come on in.
Be a much easier fix to run on it and earn some money.
Braylon's on. And here's Emerson.
Yeah, I know. It is rough.
Yeah, what is it? 296?
Here's a long distance.
Coach Goldie giving signs over at third base box.
That's what they call the spit. And it's through the tide that beat each other up. And
Throw over, Braylon's back.
Oh, really? I know. You know, everything in moderation is not moderate. Just about anything. As long as you keep it in moderation.
And to answer the question from home, where was this fight yesterday? Well, you know, 4th of July brings out the Patriots. Also, the aliens bring out the Patriots, too, since this is the 29th anniversary of defeating the alien invasion. And that's going to be a foul ball.
I think it got him. I think it got him right up in it.
I don't think so. I think
Yeah.
Go in.
Ooh, he's got a snazzy looking like.
0-1 count.
I like that.
Wow. Ryan's gonna be like, Mom, I want to do that.
Here comes the next pitch. High. Throw down by the catcher to the first base. Braylon's back. 1 ball, 1 strike. No, 2 balls, 1 strike, rather.
Actual guard that goes over his floor.
I forgot to put a ball in.
All he needs is somebody dazzling.
Did it together, Doug?
And here's the next pitch. Fouled away underneath the catcher, right by the umpire, hits the backstop, and it's 2-2.
He's a little more mature already. He creeping up on you. No,
Come on in.
I know.
Emerson awaits the pitch, and he fouls that one off back toward the third base dugout where the Tigers are encamped. And speaking of encamped, George Washington was encamped a lot during the American Revolution.
No, so if we're gonna be here, then I can find a way to bring a really cool birthday cupcake.
And here we go.
Oh, is that right?
Another foul ball.
I like to tease him. I'm like, how do you call it Thursday?
And that's going to end up being in the hands of Midland's coach, and he throws it back to the umpire. And we're ready to go once again.
People are very supportive of birthday.
And this is America. Pitcher looks over to first base, and Emerson's going to be well out ahead of that one and foul it off. I don't know how many pitches has been thrown to him, but he's been out there for quite a bit. This has been an excellent at-bat by Emerson. Braylon goes, and it's another foul ball.
Come on in.
Right now, we got enough foul balls to sink a battleship. Old Ironsides need some more foul balls. Here's the next pitch, and Emerson's going to put that one in play over to the third baseman, who's going to throw it well past the first baseman, who ends up catching the ball and tagging Emerson out.
Try him.
Get it back, son. Get it back.
Let's go 1-4.
Trying to get you in the shade.
Oh, you're so sweet.
And that's going to be Braylon's going to get to second base on that play, so Emerson is going to get the runner moved. And that first pitch to Ryan's going to be a ball.
Okay.
And here is the next pitch. And that's going to be inside for a ball. 2-0.
Just trying to take the lid off this. Having a moment.
Ryan awaits the pitch here. And it's going to be high for a ball. 3-0. And he's got the wonderful hitter's count of 3-0. And we all know what that means. On 3-0, you take the pitch unless you're playing MLB The Show. And here's the pitch, and as predicted, he takes the pitch for ball 4. And the Wahoos catcher is going to come out and have a mound conference. The Wahoos are going to join the catcher on the mound with the pitcher. Here comes the coach. Wahoos. And looks like we're going to have a nice little conference here on the mound. Instructions are going to be given. And the base runner, Goldie, is going to go talk to his dad. Ryan's going up there too, as is Noah. And they may be discussing how great this team is now that Doug's back doing the broadcast instead of on first base.
Yes, it's my favorite thing in the whole world. So I love to get yellow, delicious apples. So delicious. Not gonna find them.
And this is where we are.
They're not real. And the bees, I waited until they weren't green anymore. So they're not fruit.
Noah Barrett in the batter's box.
I know you would be.
And he takes the first pitch inside for ball 1. And that was well inside. Noah's got a chance to do some damage here and
You're going to throw you a fat one, though.
get an RBI.
No, it's a very large purse.
Swinging a Marucci bat.
I would say that
He waits.
not like
And it's going to be low for ball 2.
water that's sparkling, and I don't think they have that. So I felt a little less bad.
Well, I mean, like, who was it when they make concessions then?
Braylon at second, Ryan at first. Ryan's dancing around. And Noah's going to hit that ball in the air to the glove of the right fielder. So that's going to be 2 away. No one's able to tag up, and we got 2 outs with runners still at first and second.
All right, come on.
And it looked like for a minute that ball was going to fall.
It did.
It's all right now. Sometimes it happens, babe. Good hit.
Noah took that one for a ride, and here's Cooper, the starting pitcher for the Tigers. Awaits the first pitch, and that's going to be a strike right down the heart of the plate.
Come on, Coop.
That's okay.
Yeah, I thought they were going to miss it.
0-1 count to Cooper. Aiden Tabor's on deck. And that's going to hit the plate and bounce up for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the top of the third with the Tigers threatening.
Which flavor is that?
And here we go with the third pitch to Cooper. And here it comes. And Cooper's going to swing and miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I do everything I can to avoid the actual taste of
Oney's thrown 59 pitches for the Wahoos.
You know, I want to say I want to run up water with other flavors in it.
Yes, exactly.
Sometimes there's
And we have a timeout called by the home base umpire. And I think it was Cooper who asked for that one. Everybody settled back in, and we're ready for the next pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and that's going to be strike 3. As that was a great curveball that just went down and sunk. No runs come across. Tigers strand 2. After 2.5, it is 4 for the Tigers, 1 for the Wahoos.
Some I'm trying to get him to drink more water, and he hates
And now it is time for me to take a nice little water break. Let's see what's in my bucket now.
Did you try them on the That is amazing.
Oh, hot dog. I have a Coca-Cola Classic in my bucket. They said no coolers, but by God, I just shoved everything in my bucket. And it bounces everywhere. And you know what? It's an American feeling to be able to sneak something past the sensors.
Really, Dad? Really?
Because you know what? America, we became independent by breaking rules.
I think there's a Phantom fireworks on our way home.
I'm too old to shoot off fireworks.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I'm too old to shoot off fireworks, and the cat doesn't like them.
The cat.
And the cat runs the place, and I'm trying not to get traded by the cat.
I lost some fingers doing fireworks in the 80s back in the day.
Yeah.
I show Colt loves fireworks. And I show him all the pictures that come up every year.
So we really enjoy doing fireworks.
Oh, your son just said he'd set him off. He doesn't need his fingers.
Yeah, we don't need fingers. Fingers are irrelevant.
In the bedroom.
And he says, I just told him, I said, if you ever want to build a fire, it's fine. Because he likes flying around your stuff.
All right. Cooper back on the mound for his third inning of work.
Are you staying overnight?
Now, this is an hour and 45-minute game time period,
See, they might be doing it. You still might be there for it, right?
or 7 innings, whichever comes first. An hour 45 or 7 innings, whichever comes first. And right now, I think the time limit is going to get us before the inning count.
You got a good pile started.
It's 50% off your order of 800 or more.
All right, here we go for the next pitch here. Starting the third inning to Oni, who did not complete his at-bat, and he fouls that one well over the third base dugout. That was a rocket, and that got out of here. Foul, though. Second pitch to Oni, the starting pitcher for the Wahoos, and that's going to be taken for strike 2. So Cooper's heading to count 0-2.
We lit torches and they touched the kerosene and it went in and kerosene isn't, kerosene's not explosive.
Here's the third pitch. Low. 1-2.
Kerosene out and gasoline in. We might do that on the next one. He wants to get bottled water. And she plays in it.
Here's that next pitch, and that's going to be hit high in the air to the gap in left center, and Braylon's going to pick it up, and that's going to be another hit for the Wahoos. Wahoos are doing a great job hitting balls in that gap away from Braylon and Matthew. And the Wahoos are going to be back to the top of the order. Here's Lubert again for the Wahoos. And this is going to be the first pitch to him, and that's going to be fouled off. Fouled off and hits the screen here at Indian Hill High School, home of the Indian Hill Braves.
They use them on like playgrounds and stuff. For tire pieces. I agree, but these are so little. If they slide and
Here comes the next pitch, and it's going to be low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And apparently at Kroger you can save on fresh berries, according to my app.
it does smell, but not great.
Here comes the next pitch to
Oh, well, that's when you have allergies.
the batter, and it's going to be fouled behind the screen, and that's going to be another strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Did the Bucky's umbrella fall?
Yeah, the Bucky umbrella has fallen. But we are in pretty good shape right now, according to the app that says my broadcast is healthy. It also helps that Jeremiah's mom is over there holding an umbrella over top of it. So here we go, and that's going to be inside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Runner on first. And here comes the pitch. And that is going to be rifled back into the outfield for a base hit. Matthew picks it up, throws it back into the shortstop. And the Wahoos have 2 on. And the Wahoos are making some noise here. Here's the second hitter in the order, and that's Pot, starting at second base for the Wahoos. Here's the pitch, and it is going to be hit in the air, foul down the first base line. But he took that a ways.
10 for 10, Roman candles. I'm being ignored.
Is that a phantom?
Yeah.
Here comes the next pitch. And that's going to be taken for a ball. A little high and inside on that pitch.
So he's probably a left. No, I'd say. He probably didn't sell him. Or trade him. Right. So.
Cooper steps off the rubber, turns and fires to second base. Runner is back. Wipes his brow and is taking his time getting back on the rubber, and there he is. Here's the pitch, and that's going to hit the batter. That hits the batter, hits the catcher, and hits the umpire. So Cooper got the trifecta on people hit. Unfortunately, now the bases are loaded. Infield's going to have to come in some with the bases loaded and no outs. And here's Klein, the third hitter for the Wahoos. He was 0 for 1 in the last inning. Cooper fires. Swing and a miss on Klein. 0-1. Tigers clinging to a 4-1 lead, but the Wahoos have the bases loaded. Here's the next pitch, and that ball is going to be hit foul down the third base line. 0-2 count. Cooper needs to get an out here since the Wahoos have a little village on the base paths. And we have reached the hour mark of this game, as it is 3 p.m. in Cincinnati.
I know, it feels like longer, doesn't it?
We have reached the hour mark. Cooper's next pitch. It's going to be high for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the next pitch, and that is going to be hit into the infield. Caden Bodiger has it. He's going to throw over to first, and not in time, and that will score a run on a very, very slow hit ball that got to him and took its sweet time doing it. So now it's 4-2 with nobody out.
Well, wait, I mean,
We get him out at first.
Yeah, the runner beat the throw. Being a very, very slow rolling ball there. And here's Cooper's pitch to Flowers, who was 1 for 1. He hit one in the gap in the first inning. And that's ball 1 to him.
take the lid off, it's easier.
And here's the next pitch to Flowers, and that's going to be swung on and missed. And Flowers was swinging for the fence, though. I don't think our parents will match a donation on him. I think that offer applies to Holtz and only Holtz. Swing and a miss again. 1-2.
You got it. Come on, Cloud.
I love it. Cooper's heading to count 1-2 here. Let's see if he can get a strikeout. That would help tremendously. And here's the pitch, and Flowers nails that ball into the outfield. That's a high fly ball, and that's going to hit the back of the fence. That's going to score at least 1, probably 2, and we have a tie game. That ball was tattooed and almost ended up going over the fence. He was about a good 2 feet short of hitting that over the fence for a grand slam. That ball was just nailed, and here comes Coach Goldie. Not much you can do on that.
Check that bat.
4-4. Coach Goldie's out on the mound. Maybe they're talking about what they're going to buy me at the Montgomery Inn tonight. And it looks like we are going to have a pitching change. Maybe. And it looks like it's going to be Matthew Barnett pitching.
Do that. Don't do
As he'll come in with a 4-4 game. All right, so Matthew's going to be on the mound. Braylon's going to move to center. Jeremiah is going over to left.
What is it? Is it Darian wandering out to see what the foliage looks like?
Now let's see what we got. Darian's just going to stay in right field for the moment. Aiden's going to first base. And it looks like Noah's going to stay at third, Emerson's going to stay at second, and Caden is going to stay at, Emerson's at short, and Caden's going to stay at second. So we've got a little bit of everything going on in this one, and here's Matthew ready to take on the Wahoos and try to get the Tigers out of this inning. Going to have a tall order here. But he is going to be ready for the task here. And if he can find the strike zone, it will be a wonderful 4th of July. Lead 5-4. Lead 5-4. All right, Matthew's next pitch is going to be a couple of feet in front of the plate. Just a couple of feet. 5-4 Wahoos lead. No outs here in the bottom of the third. Checks the runner at second. Throws the ball, and that is going to be bouncing again. 2-0. That ball is going to be hit past Emerson again, and that's going to end up scoring another run, most likely, and it does. And the Wahoos now up 6-4. Yep, 6-4. Post pitch there is going to be a strike. No, it's going to be a ball. I'm sorry. Hit by pitch. And we're going to have another mound meeting. And it looks like Braylon is going to be pitching now. All right, and here we are. And the first pitch to this batter is going to be a ball.
Do you think he needs the fan on there?
And that ball is going to be fouled, and it's going to be out of play.
Go over the fence.
I'm not sure. What happens if they don't catch it?
Then
Nothing.
okay.
It's a foul ball.
It's just, if you catch a foul, though, it's just like an extra bonus. Yeah.
Let's go Tigers! No.
The next pitch is going to be a ball. It's going to be a strike.
Hey, Brad. Keep it
Ball 2-2. And that's going to be a walk.
You got this.
7-4 now, Wahoos.
Come on, Braylon.
As Braylon is in the game after Matthew pitched 6 pitches.
Take it a ring.
And here's the pitch, and it's going to be fouled off.
Do it again. Stay up there. It won't bother him if he won't bother us.
That's going to be outside for ball 1.
Go Tigers! Gotta be, take a breath.
Ball 2. That's going to be a ball thrown down to first base and nothing happening.
No.
That's going to be a walk, and another run comes across. 8-4. Still struggling a little bit with the decision to pull Matthew at 6.
Changed it. It's my ringtone, and I didn't know it, so I was like, what happened?
She did that on purpose.
Yes.
And here comes the next pitch to him, and that's going to be high, and that is going to fall foul.
Try.
Yeah. Darian's in left. Jeremiah's in center. Cooper's in right.
And that's going to be a bunt, and that's going to score a run, and that is going to be a sacrifice bunt. And there comes throw back down to home, and Ryan did not hold on to the ball, so that's going to be safe.
It's all right. Good play. Oh, I like their 4th of July uniforms.
That's cool.
Red, white, and blue. Oh, there is a red, white, and blue too.
10-4 now, Wahoos. And it's a foul ball. I don't know what's going on, but it kind of looks like we've had a couple of issues in this inning. And that's going to be fouled off. That's going to be a strike.
Do it again, Braylon.
Swing and a miss.
One more.
That's going to be a strikeout. And now we've got 2 outs here with a runner on second and a 10-4 lead for the Wahoos. And it looks like that we've had an all systems failure in this inning. And I think that is on multiple levels. And here's the next pitch, and that's going to be a strike.
No, it's about the same price because you would need at least 2 of those 25-pound bags of, and that's the price of the granules.
0-2 count.
The powder, assuming you can keep your grid straight, will cover 100,000 square feet.
And that's going to be hit into the infield, and Emerson's going to have that one. And that's going to be the end of the inning, and that's going to be a 10-4 lead.
Yes, it is. Right there, 7?
Emerson got it. And the run rule is 10 after 4. So top of the 4th inning, Tigers need to get some runs here.
You want to sit here?
All right, now it looks like we are about to start the top of the 4th. 10-4 Wahoos, and here's Aiden Tabor up.
Come on, Aiden.
And that first pitch is going to be a ball. In the dirt.
Good job, bad boy.
That's going to be a strike.
Now you've seen it.
1 ball, 1 strike. And that's going to be a strike.
Go 12.
1 ball, 2 strikes. That's going to be strike 3.
All right, come on, JC.
That brings up Jeremiah Combs.
Good eye.
Ball 1 to Jeremiah. That's going to be high, ball 2. Strike one.
You ready for it?
That ball's going to be hit to the second baseman, who bobbles it, but recovers in time to throw out Jeremiah. Here comes the next pitch, and that's going to be high fly ball into the outfield, and the second baseman's going to chase that one down 2 away.
That was 3.
Now that's going to be 3 out. So into the fourth, into the top of the fourth, it's going to be 10-4. Let's see what the defensive arrangement's going to be when we get back in. Looks like Peyton is going to be the catcher still. Looks like Aiden's at post. Looks like Braylon is still going to pitch. 10-4. And it looks like Jeremiah is back in. Looks like Matthew's going to be in left, it looks like. Cooper in right. And at this point, I have no idea who's in center. Jeremiah's in center, it looks like. All right, let's take a look at the stats here. Goldie's out for his second inning of work, and right now he has pitched 1 full inning, faced 5 batters, 19 pitches, 8 strikes, 11 balls. 11 strikes, 8 balls. And here comes the post pitch to number 20, Clyde, for the Wahoos, and that's going to be a strike. Foul ball, actually. And that's going to be a ball in the dirt.
Take a breath, man.
Another strike. Swing and a miss. That ball's going to be hitting the center field, and Jeremiah's got it for the first out.
Go Tigers! Nice.
First pitch to number 32 is going to be a strike.
Go Braylon!
Next pitch is going to be hit into the outfield, and that's going to be a fair ball. Matthews got it in left field, throws it back in.
Unwritten rules.
And here comes number 33. Ellis. That's going to be over the top of the dugout for a foul ball.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Foul ball number 2.
Good job, Braylon.
So we got an 0-2 count here.
Go boys!
And we have time called by the home plate umpire. And that's going to be a foul ball.
One more!
Batter steps in. Pitcher ready. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball down third base line. And it wasn't foul by much. That ball's going to be hit to Emerson. Emerson picks it up, throws it over to first. Runner dives at first base, and he's going to be out. That's going to be outside for a ball. And we have a mound meeting. And it looks like Braylon's going to come out. Kind of seemed to surprise Coach, though, that Braylon was coming out. And it looks like Darian may pitch now. And now we're on our fourth pitcher of the game, Darian Walling. Darian's post pitch is going to be high for a ball. Second pitch from Darian, and that's going to be a strike. Swing and a miss. And that's going to be hitting the air to the outfield, and Matthew has it in left field. What a beautiful catch right there by Matthew.
Whoa! That was amazing. Yeah.
And the inning is over. And we're going to the top of the fifth with the score of 10-4. And now the Tigers need to get some runs. And it's going to be Holtz, Darian, and Matthew up. Holtz, Darian, and Matthew.
That's a guy who's followed blank double break open his way.
This will probably be the last inning since the time limitations. Game started at 2, hour 45 time limit, so we've got to be getting close. Tigers are back tomorrow playing. More than likely, they are the 5th seed in the tournament tomorrow. After the pool play rounds, they will be playing at 10 a.m. at the Thomas More Stadium in Florence.
That was a good swing, bud.
Right?
All right, hold.
There you go, 10.
Post pitch to Holtz. Low for a ball. Second pitch to Holtz. And that's going to be a hit, and Holtz has his first hit of the year. Line drive to left field, and that's going to be Holtz's first hit of the year. And here's the pitch, and that's going to be a strike. Let's see, maybe Holtz's single can strike a fire into the Tigers here. He's got a lead over at first base, and here comes the pitch, and it's going to be low for a ball. Gets away from the catcher, but not too far.
Come on, Darren.
1 ball, 1 strike.
You're crazy with it. You get lots of letters.
Joey just heard you say Blanton's on YouTube.
It's funny.
Say Blanton's on YouTube.
Herman the whole game.
And that's going to be another ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the next pitch. That's going to be a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You got this, Darren. Keep your head on it.
And that's going to be strike 3 as Darian takes the ball inside over the plate.
Come on, Matt. Move
And that's going to be the first out. And here's Matthew again. Matthew is 1 for 2 in this game. Got a hit in the first inning, got it back to the pitcher in the third. And that is going to be a ball outside. That's going to be high for ball 2. Two and 0 to Matthew. Here's the pitch, and Matthew's going to foul that one off.
Straighten that out, bud. Could be a sophomore.
Here comes the next pitch, and Matthew's going to line that one past the second baseman for a base hit, and he's going to have his second hit of the day. Holtz on second, Matthew on first with 1 out. Tigers are starting to hit the ball again.
M's gonna be a junior. Really? Emerson's a junior. I know Caden was.
I didn't know Kaden was.
Now that I did know. No, Emerson.
Go, Braylon.
Well, Matt's birthday's not until December.
And the pitch to Braylon is going to be outside for a ball.
I did go.
Here's the next pitch, and that's going to be high for ball 2. Next pitch to Braylon, inside, ball 3. 3-0, hitter's big count here.
So's Matt.
18. I got 2 December babies.
21st.
The first? 21st.
And that's going to be ball 4.
All right, and bring him around.
Alright.
And that loads the bases for Emerson.
Emerson's a junior.
Tigers got the bases loaded with 1 out here. They've got to get some runs because this game is getting very close on the time limit. They almost have to get 6 to force the Wahoos to bat. 7 and the Wahoos will definitely bat, and the Wahoos are going to make a pitching change. Only went 84 pitches for the Wahoos. And it looks like they were going to go with number 15. Number 15 is Fishman. And Fishman's going to be asked to get the next two out. Emerson and Ryan will be the batters here. Here's the next warm-up pitch there. And it looks like the Tigers are broken up their little conference over on the third base side. Holtz at third, hoping to score. Matthew at second, hoping to score. Braylon at first, hoping to score. A base hit makes this a different ball game. Here we go. And Emerson hits the first pitch into the outfield, and that is going to be caught by the right fielder, who throws it home, and Holtz and Matthew both try to advance, and Matthew's going to get caught in a rundown. And Holtz is going to get thrown out at home. And that's going to be the end of the game. And I'm not sure what all is that about, but I think that's going to be the end of the game. Yep, that's over. Tigers lose 10-4, and it will be another loss for the Tigers, and they will play again tomorrow morning. Hope everybody has a great 4th.